Imagine, if you will, a cinnamon's sun paints caramel across a night sky. The world is at peace. The blankets hold you as if they are one of your own, warm and content. We've all known that kind of sleep. We all know how precious it is. And then it happens. There's a motion, a sound just on the edge of hearing. Maybe just a change in the light, just enough to rise you up a little bit to waking. You open a blurred eye, and you see a shape, silhouette. Could be a dragon. Could be Batman. Of course, then you realize that it's not the season for dragons and Batman's not real. But just as that you make that realization, you know what it is. And there is a pounce! And the brilliant feline goddess delivers the four-paw, open-claw, belly wake-up strike from the headboard. And you're awake. Madam Contest Chair, fellow Toastmasters and guests, this is how my day begins every day. And a lot of our fellow feline slaves understand it. I'm sure you can still hear my feline goddesses laughing as I stumble down the hallway in the traditional race, which I always lose in a pre-caffeinated stupor. It's rather humorous, I'm sure, as I start the coffee, which I barely remember, and then I offer, well, I make the morning tuna sacrifice to my goddesses, like the lowly slave and servant I am. I remember doing this only because if I don't, there's penalties. And that's sort of how my day starts. The rest of my day really is very simple. I do what I call things I must do to keep my cats into the life which they have become accustomed to. You notice work. I have to work. And this is particularly stupid when you compare it to the cat equivalent, the nap. I work, they nap. Do you have any doubt who's in charge? I hope not. Sprinkle in a few moments when my little feline goddesses come in and meow incessantly at different tones. That means, my water's too warm, slave. Go put some ice in it for me. That's not actually a joke. She does it. Or, get the red dot out. I feel like chasing something I can't catch. Or a host of other meows that I have learned are actually probably very impolite words, but I know what they mean. You may be asking yourself why any sane person, or even a madman such as myself, would put up with this. Well, there are reasons. The first is, I hope that when our feline superiors leave this boring planet and go to a better one, perhaps they'll take me along as a sort of souvenir, or perhaps just a useful toy. Maybe, maybe not. I've got better odds than dog people, that's for certain. Second, there's perspective, spelled with a U. And it's important to understand that you can't have a very inflated ego or think that any human thing is significant if you have a cat that has any cat-like traits. Specifically, the gaze. There are a very important set of gazes. The first says, please tell me that is not your finest attempt. The other is when they're half paying attention. If I wasn't so comfortable, I'd maim you for being so thoroughly impressed with yourself. You miserable slave. Well, they're right in both cases. The truth is, cats see you exactly as you are, and they are thoroughly unimpressed. They, in fact, couldn't be less impressed The only thing they respect is cats. But there's a final reason, the real reason. It's because my day ends well. No matter what happens, I know that at the end of my day, whether it's good or bad, there will be my two feline goddesses. They will be in the room. They will be at my feet. They will be in my face, no matter what I'm doing. And they will interrupt me. They will judge me cruelly, but fairly. They will remind me that I am just a human and my job is to entertain them. Which is nice, because I need the reminder, because, I'm such a humble guy that it's nice to keep me down at my level. But there's another moment. When I go to lay down and end my day, I'll be calm. And sure, they'll cuddle up next to me, mostly because I'm warm and it feels good on their fur. And I'll give them the petting action that they like the most. And maybe a light mauling on the arm, just for entertainment's sake. But they also remind me of something important. That I'm not alone. Because I'm theirs. Sure, it's in a demeaning way. But at least I know where I stand. And so this humble madman ends his day with a smile. At peace once again. And that, my friends, is a day in the life of a cat slave.